Yo, what's going on, guys? It's AK24, and today I'm bringing you the team of the tournament daily knockout, in which I was actually able to win in my second attempt. What you just saw was the team I used. It was actually really good. That's the team I've been using for like the past 2 weeks. It's been performing for me, but in the first game we come up against a pretty decent team. He has the Byron right side, and then he has a mixed left side. It's a little bit weird, but it's a pretty decent team overall. So to start out the scoring, we get the ball, and Son gets dispossessed, but then he goes to Martial, and he just smashes it off of the crossbar to make it 1-0. As you see, he runs off celebrating. We're up 1-0, 4 minutes into the game. Then we get the ball again. We pass it off to David Luiz, pass it back to Emre Can to Son, and then we play it through to Hazard, back to Son, and he smacks a long shot, which makes it 2-0. Within the 15th minute. By this point, my opponent had had enough, and he decides to quit out of the game. I almost actually hit quit there, but he quits out of the game. So then we move on to the the quarterfinal right here, and this is the team we come up against. It's a pretty decent team. It is in the 4-1-2-1-2, which is like the perfect. I'm using the 4-3-2-1, which is a perfect formation to counter this. So I was able to have a lot of space in the midfield, which you'll see in the gameplay. So I start out the scoring. I pass it through to Hazard, gets the ball on the left foot, and bang, low-driven shot into the far corner to make it 1-0. Then he gets the ball with his player, Insigne, and he's able to make a decent run. Then he passes it back to Insigne. At this point, I thought he was going to pass it across, so I committed there, but he did actually shoot it in the far corner, which made it 1-1 at around 16 minutes. Then we get the ball with Martial, do a scoop turn, hit it over to Son. His player slide tackles, hit it back to Martial, and bang. A weak shot, but it does go in to make it 2-1. Then we get the ball again with Son. We come down the field. We take a low-driven shot, and it actually gets saved, but Hazard gets the ball, does our L2-R2 dribbling, and passes it into Son for 3-1. Then we keep the goal fest going with Son running down the wing, and he tries to shoot, doesn't go in, but Hazard does get the rebound to make it 4-1. We then follow that up with a decent goal from Hazard once again. Oh, never mind. I think Hazard gets it here, then he passes it across to Son to make it 5-1. And then we do have Son celebrating off into the far post. Then we have a good steal from Emre Can, and he puts it away with his left foot to make it 6-1. And that's going to be the end of the second game. There we go into the third game, which is this I think is the semifinals. We come up against another good team, and we actually have a very unfortunate start, which you'll see. So he gets the ball straight off of kickoff. He gets Musa, backs me down, and then bang, right over to De Bruyne, who hits the ball all the way into the right top corner. Peter Schmeichel was unable to save that. Or not Peter Schmeichel, Kasper Schmeichel, sorry. Kasper Schmeichel was unable to save that. Therefore, it's 1-0 within 2 minutes. But we do end up getting a little bit lucky here. Hazard's able to body Smalling, and he takes it down, and he hits a bullet to Kante, and Kante smacks it into the left side of the goal. This therefore makes it 1-1 with 22 minutes into the game. Then Hazard gets pretty lucky, and it bounces all the way to Son, and Son makes it 2-1. This was probably the most difficult game I played, and we hit a scoop turn with Rabona with Son, pass it into Martial to make it 3-1. The game started out difficult, but it actually didn't end up too bad. So it's 3-1 currently. We hit it over Kante. Kante then hits it over to Hazard. Hazard back to Martial, then over to Hazard once again, and the left foot finish makes it 4-1. Lastly, the last goal of the game, we do have another one from Hazard. We have Son going through, and he waits for the run of Hazard, and boom, he bangs it into the right side of the goal with his left foot. That 4-star weak foot was actually doing wonders for me. So that's going to be the end of the third game. Never mind. I think my opponent does end up scoring right here with Musa. It's just bad defending for me, and he's able to get through and put it away. And for some reason, he dabs, even though I was killing him. But this is the final team we play. It actually wasn't that good. I was really surprised. All the other teams are stronger than it, but the opponent actually gives us a good game. And part of the reason I played kind of bad in this game is because I was really nervous. I was playing on stream, obviously, and there were a lot of people watching, and I didn't want to mess up and choke to a pretty bad team. But we do end up going up 1-0 thanks to that Kante goal that you just saw. But then in the 54th or 64th minute, Emre Can gets the ball and smacks it in the top right after Kyle Walker is unable to clear the ball effectively. Then we do pass it off to Conte, who hits it back to Son, and Son gets pretty lucky here to make it 2-1. Right now, we do have the lead, but you'll end up seeing that he does come back, fire back with Adam Lallana, gets a 1-2, passes it back to, actually gets pretty lucky here with it bounces. This therefore opens up my defense, and Adam Lallana is able to stroke it into the bottom left corner. The game does end up going into extra time, which you'll see right here, and we end up scoring 3 minutes into extra time with the boy Sonaldo after some great build-ups. We pass it to Blaszczykowski, and he ball rolls, or he drags the ball back, and then he passes over to Son, who's able to do some elusive dribbling, and he ends up scoring the ball. Up next, we do have another goal from our team. We pass it off to Son. Son does some precision dribbling, and he passes it off to Blaszczykowski, who has an amazing chip shot right over the keeper to make it 4-2. At this point, I did switch over to more of a defensive formation, but I was able to continue scoring with another insane chip shot from Heung-min Son. This makes it 5-2 and effectively game over. But just to put the icing on top of the cake, we do force him to almost score an own goal, but we do end up taking the ball in with Blaszczykowski to end the game 6-2. And as you see, we are the champions of the Daily Knockout Tournament, which means we do get the Team of the Tournament pack. And it's time to see what we get. I was already qualified for the Weekend League because I finished Gold 3, I think. So it wasn't a big deal. So here we go. We do leave the tournament, and we're loading up Ultimate Team. Let's see what we get. You'll see that I actually did finish Gold 3 in the Weekend League. I was 18 wins with 7 games left, and I went 1-6. I could have quite easily gotten Gold 2, but I kind of choked that away because I wasn't focusing. What you'll see here, I am going to open the pack in a few seconds. I don't know why I left in such a big clip right here, but here we go. We head on over to the store. Since this is on stream, the editing was a little bit weird, so you'll see like the on-air thing in the top right, but we do go and we open the pack in a couple seconds here, and you'll see what we get. It's not the worst card, it's not the best card. I was pretty satisfied with it. I'm probably going to use it in SBC sometime soon, but here we go. The pack is going to be opened in 3, 2, 1. I'm just kidding, not 3, 2, 1. But here we go. The pack's going to be opened in a couple seconds. Team and Tournament player pack, guaranteed 1 gold team of the season. It's not a walkout, and you'll see that we end up getting a pretty decent sized player. It's Argentinian center back, and it is Miguel Cabral, which was a decent card. He sells for about 11k right now, but usually he sells for about 15k. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on to the card and then possibly use him in an SBC on Wednesday. If the Player of the Month Sun card does come out, he'll actually be really useful to bring the rating up, and he's only 11k, which I don't think it's worth selling him right now. We could have gotten a better card, but it's still worth it in my opinion. It would say free 10k, so I'll take it. But that's been the end of today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'll post more of these throughout like the rest of FIFA, because there are going to be more DKTs. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later. Peace.